one way we go one way, and that's west. And as you saw in the previous episode, we slept a little too late, as you can see there. And we found land, which is what we were looking for. And is that another hissy boomy? Yes, it is. Oh, the fun we're gonna have. And we can move the player. Oh no, we can't. It placed us too far from the boat. Good enough now. Trying to get near land so that we can, we can get away with that in anyway, we can get away with the one gaps north and south. Anyway, we can move the player. And this is done on a phone. You might hear clawing and scratching noises to make certain maneuvers happen. Otherwise, it is held at a wide stance to prevent that. We can move the player. But it comes at the cost of performance, such as walking into trees, buildings, and pits of death. So what I might have to do, because the land did not appear to go... Yeah, it's going that way, which is a good thing. Might have to waste a bed, because it's quite possible that I may have soft-locked myself if we die before the next day. Yeah, fine. Oh, good. We're locked in now. So it is a Wednesday. The weather sucks. It's supposed to suck again. How about the sword? It's supposed to suck again. Let me move. It's supposed to suck again tomorrow as well. Move the player. And it's instances like this that reminds me I should have done what I said I was going to do. And I didn't. Anyway, we need to move the player. Yeah, that could have been a pit of death. So we are very close to the halfway point towards traversing through the final million. We need to get to 888-608. We got the remaining numbers are good. So I'm just going to do this in hopes that we can actually keep the player moving. Maybe grab some of these as we go by. And yeah, that was bad. Wow, we actually went through the snow there, which was a good thing. All right, I'll keep going a little bit. I mean, we got no choice. Things were going a little too far in the wrong direction, so we will not hit this 500,000 to go mark in this particular break, because I got like 1,800 blocks or so, and that takes a bit of, we can jump. Takes a little bit of time to get there. And we can jump when the jump button's pressed. How are we on stone? 42. Make it 44. Then 45. Okay, it can jump. Alright, this is a bit much here. Break. Alright, we're getting close to... We can jump. Move the player. Boy, this game is really not cooperating right now. Okay, jump. Alright, I am not going to head that way because it's getting a little mountainy, so jump. Not quite work. Didn't quite work, but that's fine. We can move. And it looks like it's not going to work, but that's fine because we got this. And I never laid down that bed thinking I might have soft locked myself if we died before we sleep the next day. Well, if I feel that I am going to, we can jump when I press jump, that we're going to be in danger, I probably just might do that. Maybe not. Okay, I want to be careful here. Okay, that is not a pit of death, and that also not a pit of death. And we can move the player. Alright, speed. Okay, not that way. We're now defeating the purpose of the speed portion. Good enough. Oh, exactly what we don't need. I'm going to do that now. Just in case it was a thunder snowstorm, because those don't work correctly in this game. Because we got the dark sky, which is what's supposed to happen, but not the black clouds. And any color sky, and, well, any that isn't a clear sky. Oh, we can go back to where we were, I think. Yeah, I can see the bed and we can go there. And if I just hung on a little bit longer. But that's okay. One, that causes the weather to change. And two, as we move the player, we are now in a safe zone where we can at least get materials to keep moving. Keep the game going. Oh, village. For which I did not notice, and that would have killed us. I know it's not likely, and we can move the player. Okay, you're not even going to move the player. These buildings I never see. Okay, we can not move. We're stuck. At some point, those bundles may come in handy. We got to be very close to the mark that I want to use them in. Break. And once again, no, I cannot reach that one. We are not able to reach that one. We can, actually, we didn't need to move that much. Okay, this one's null and void. That bump indicates that it's a utilitarian. We don't need those. A little help there. Pardon me. And we can move. Yeah. I wish I could just... Oh, actually, yes, because any pressing jump first break is almost over. Well, second break, actually. The first break, the weather was fine. Second break, not so much. Oh yeah, this is useless. It's hard to tell, because some of these buildings, like this one here, has a bed that we can use. How are we now? One more. Oh, of course, now I find the farmer. And there goes his, there went his bed. Move the player. Alright, so, yeah, we're pressing sword. Magic button. We almost got everything we needed. Very close. That's going in the wrong direction, which we don't want to really go. How good we're aligned, because if we weren't, we wouldn't be able to move anyway. Yep, jumping. All right, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to move the player and fall down a giant thing. Anyway, solid block of ice is okay, as long as we're in a boat, or if we sleep and not move, we are on a half block increment in that case, in which we won't fall through the world and die. Either that or be in or on something that's a block in size or bigger. That way, again, don't fall through the world and die. And that'll be it for this bit. Lunch is probably going to be rained out, both. See you then, or tomorrow, or maybe at the end. And we're back. I forgot to do something. Now it's correct. Or it's supposed to be. Well, right now, we're in a boat. And we're just trying to get somewhere. And plop. It's still the wrong person. Well, it's not the first time, it's not the last. We are getting very close to that. 500,000 to go for at least the secondary objective of reaching the last traversable block under normal means. Yeah, let's just go a little bit more. So we need to get some more of this. And we'll just call it good from here. Pressing. Nope. And that might have been a pit of death. I'm not going to go look. And go. Oh, we got icy continuations here. $8,175. We're almost at that point. Okay, this does continue, but okay, this is not a pit of death. More of a pit of annoyance, which we can deal with. Break. Oh, let me guess. We got an ocean, and that's where we're going to hit that point. Whatever, if it gets us there faster, and probably not the best of times to leave, but what we'll do is we will go over here, grab a little piece of land, and we'll be that much further along, plus we got all this stuff here if we had to restart, which of course don't want to really do. Good. Let's change it up slightly. Can we... It shows that... that shows that this is what I want. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep it off. Now, because we are placed on an exact half block increment, it is safe to do this. And get the player looking correct. At this point, we'll just live with it if it ain't. It's not the end of the world, but and there we go. It's correct. All right, off we go. Oh, we're almost there. 500. This is kind of a moment here. 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, there we are. 500,000 blocks through the last traversable million. And once we move forward, we are now on the other half. And there we go. Less than 500,000 blocks before we can't move normally anymore. As if the stuttering is normal, but you get the idea. Maybe by sometime mid-March 2026, we'll hit that border of 8,388,608. And hopefully it's not in the ocean. That is one time I would like it to be on very usable land, such as trees, food sources. Village would be even the best of it, because the game will stop functioning as normal from that point on. One, the traversing will have to be different and creative. The second thing is also, actually, at that point, I'm not sure, but at that point I might just purge the world. But the play will be slightly different initially. It'll be about preparing for the rest of the way. Then trying to go the rest of the way, and it's going to get interesting because you're going to have issues with food and things like that, because we have to stay in or on something that is a block or bigger in size. We can't walk, we can't be free to move about like we are now. Break. Nope. Jumping. Jump button was pressed. That's the proper one. So it's lunch, and this one I gotta pay attention to the clock. Because, okay, a little more this way. No, the micro jumping is not helpful. Although I don't think it would have made any real difference either way. But we want to get to where the water is. Okay, that jump was not necessary. So you got to prepare, and it might take a while. And then, like I said, getting food is and all that'll be a challenge. I need to read up on when we get close enough that it matters. I gotta read up on the make maybe, or get bundles, see if I can make certain things happen. Can I do certain things? Well, okay, that is just a little divot. Fortunately, I could see that. What's unfortunate is mountain. Although, of course, we can always use the trees to circumvent some of the verticality of things. That almost sounds like intelligent speak, and I'm the one that said it. So I've circumvented that much of it. I've got test worlds where I want to try some stuff. I'm going to jump up here and hopefully, yes, hit that one. About the block I was pointing to. How about the block I'm pointing to? Alright, so we have a way to clear this, which we did. Barely, but we did. No, micro jumping's not going to help. That jump just wasn't going to work. This is going to be a little much, but of course I don't care if I leave floating trees because we're coming and going. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Actually be okay, but yeah, it was actually better off to not have made that jump, but that jump would have been nice. And we got jungle again. Not what I wanted to see. We will never be able to sleep again when we get to that point. Unless I try some tricks and see if they might work. All right, go. All right, the not so dense jungle. Those are good. Except it could be hiding pits of death, and I wouldn't know it. And that was a bad jump. See, I gotta keep an eye on the clock. Make sure I don't go too long. And we're at 78.90, the kilometer block. We will not do it today, but we will be at 7.9 million in this episode. Something has to go very wrong for it to not happen. Like I said, it probably might not be in this particular segment. Right, but move them a little more that way. Trying to avoid the jungle. Normal circumstances, jungle isn't a bad thing, but kinda is this far out. It's actually a pretty good spot. Place the bed there. And get rid of junk here. And I'll probably use that tree to cheat that hill. If we can sleep. Yeah, keep the sword in hand. Squeaky office chair. Yeah, we'll go over here. Nice jump. And that really was a nice jump. Alrighty, here we are. And go. And go. A little too much yaw, so yeah, we kind of slowed down there. And that tree canopy prevented us from making that jump, and that was just stupid. Sometimes it's just too crowded and we gotta let the natural drop occur, and I see what I don't want to see over it. Well, right now we gotta go this way anyhow. And jumping. There was a cliff that I was trying to avoid. Sometimes it jumps on its own and it kind of makes things a little, almost made that, makes it a little more difficult. Would have been nice if we jumped. Vine kind of ruined that one. Alright, that was actually not bad. Again, floating trees, don't care. Because we're not going to be sticking around. Move. Move. Alright, this does work here. And we go more this way. Yes, we can. And I see water. That's good. Board that boat. Now boat that boat. Yeah, food's going to be interesting when we if we get past that nearly 8.4 million I'm not going to mention that number every single time. It's a lot of words. We know what it is at this point. Too bad the fact that I am pretty much near zero on the z-axis will not help us with the falling through the world thing. As there, the precision is ridiculously tight. But the problem is, in X, it cannot see anything smaller than one block. Big ocean. Again, that's going to help us. Maybe about 5 usable minutes left. If we can get around these islands, if they're islands, that's good. And we can park it when we could park it if we really had to. Yeah, we're gonna have to go this way. It used to be the icebergs were a sign of fun and adventure through the speed zone, but yeah, they don't work like that anymore. Kind of crap. Not exactly what we were looking for, but that may be good, and it was. Landed pretty nicely there. Brake. Yeah, we're gonna just have to. How are we on that now? 49 of them. Although it's turning into stuff that we don't want to fill the inventory with, so we'll just break, grab some of this. Go, go. Again, it seems, why am I just... We know we gotta get around this, why go up to it? And it's simply one thing. Make the big number bigger. Or how about the block that I'm choosing? About okay, this to allow this. All right. Actually, no, don't move right yet. There we go. I'm unsure about tomorrow. There's rain nearby, so I didn't go out and the ground was wet. So that's kind of a hint that it might have been or is raining a little bit. Now, if this isn't a lake, now we can move the player. That's good. The lakes and rivers are still a good thing. Place. We're trying to board. We're getting pretty close to having to quit anyway. In fact, the sun's starting to set, so we're jumping. Boy, the game really likes to not do anything that's supposed to. Might just quit when we sleep because it's jumping, because pretty much at that point that it's not worth continuing much because lunch break is pretty much over at this point. Jumping. All right, let's too far and go. Go some more and some more and some more. Jumping a little more. Actually, I think we might be okay over here. Yeah, I'm gonna call it good at this point. So until next time, see you whenever that is. And we're back. I almost lined it up perfectly straight as if it were game generated, and it hit the bed. Hit, H-I-T. I didn't say something else. Alright, yeah, over here's better, because we gotta... Well, it did jump. It was just... And that was a stutter. That kind of screwed that one up. There's gotta be something loading in. And I totally missed the button there. Yeah. If I'm screwing it up, then gotta own up to that. Take a Dave Grohl there. Alright, so this is not helping us. It is Thursday. This is supposed to be the last bad weather day. The whole day is supposed to be shot. And it puts me a block away from where I wanted to be. Yeah, I still find it weird that I gotta crank the phone volume to a little more than half to get it to slightly audible for me and and okay for you. Although the high end seems a bit high. And I know it's not the phone because everything else sounds proper. An update to the game broke the volume. Because all the other applications sound just fine. Okay, yeah, we'll take this. Into the water we go. It's not making the footstep sounds unless I just can't hear them. Because again, I do have the volume. Granted, it's cranked, but relatively speaking, it's down so that you don't go deaf. And it comes at the cost of me hearing a lot of what's going on, unless it's quiet. And I mean, quiet as a church mouse, as the old saying goes. Oh, see, the climb's not going to be very long. Yeah, we don't need any more of that. We grabbed some from a village, actually. Blind faith of stupidity, and we did not get hurt for it. So yesterday, I know it may be relatively soon in the video, but again, people might just jump around and just watch points here and there. Although I have to say, unless Kurt read the response for Farlands or Bust, the mid-roll ads, the last one that I saw, were much better placed. I mean, I think there were like 5 or 6 of them, roughly, averaging about 10 minutes per ad, which, not my opinion, but according to many people that have complained about the frequency of mid-rolls, the average person will not tolerate them coming on any more than 10 minutes at a time. I personally think 10 is a good number, but I will accept 8 as marginally acceptable. 7 is a bit whorish, but can sort of live with that. And anything less, yeah. Abandonment. But yeah, he was averaging about... I'm just assuming there must be some agreement on that, because I doubt that if it was from that he would change that because one person said something. And I know the comments section is not always a true indicator of people's feelings on things. Because in a different topic that most people who watch this don't care about was back in the day when King of the Palace was a thing, and I helped my buddy do the summer edition. There were quite a few instances where the comment section didn't reflect that this person shouldn't be saying something, or if you're talking off topic to what everyone else in the commentary booth is saying, is to keep it really quiet or go elsewhere, because the microphone that I use picks up everything. And this stuff does not show up in the comments whatsoever. So, the whole point is, comments don't always truly depict the consensus of whatever people are thinking or saying about a video. It is a good indicator. Like, I'm sure a bunch of people will agree with something I've always said about this, is that people put this on so that they can so it can help them fall asleep. So anyway, I was talking about the Kurt J. Mack, the Farlands Bust thing. He's last recording session, we're talking about how he was hitting. Yeah, see, that's going to keep coming. He was approximately 40 hours of walking away from achieving Farlands. And then, yeah, the whole thing was that, yeah, he let up on the ads, so the videos are watchable. Although I had to kind of cut one of them short. I mean, had to cut it short because I was just, let's just say it's as the saying goes, it's a school night when I was watching it. So I had to kind of cut just a little of it out. Especially when I found out that the 40-hour ticker was indeed his countdown to, approximate countdown as to when he was going to reach the farlands. Not to say that after I figured it out, I didn't bother watching it. We could use this one. And get back some here. Yep, we can break. I have a feeling it's getting dark. Yeah, it is. I think over here might be a good place to delete. Go. If it's a small decrease, I try to jump. Keep the momentum going, plus when you do, you go a little faster. Sort of like bunny hopping, but unless I'm in dire need to do such a thing, I don't do that because it wastes energy, and we want to try to keep the energy as high as possible and use as little food as possible. So I'm not sure today if it's going to happen, but we are definitely going to tick over the 7,900 kilometer block. 7.9 million. I'm hoping before the end of the year, and I think that'll definitely be a thing, is cross the 8 million barrier. Then maybe, might be stretching it a little bit, but maybe before the end of the season, which is the Saturday before Valentine's Day, make it to the last traversable block. 8,388,608. And as I said in the previous, and again, because people skip around, may not have heard it from literally yesterday's recording, is things may, the frequency, time, and all that other stuff, gameplay and what have not, will change once we hit that point. In fact, the preparation may be very short-lived videos. It might not even be a video a week. Not sure yet. When we get there, we'll know. But we got to prepare, and if that point in time is over water, then we're going to have to look for land, and usable land. Yeah, over here is a little easier to get on. watch me realize that this is not the smartest move, like most of anything I do. And that's not what was supposed to happen. I like it when it puts me a block away from the boat. Okay. At least there's room to jump, so we can get the ball moving. And I was surprised I made that jump and I wasn't prepared. Sometimes when it's crowded like that, we do let the guy drop down. Because if I jump to keep moving, then I'll hit a tree canopy and, no, the purpose defeated. Alright, speaking of tree canopies, they can be a good thing. Break. I gotta keep an eye on the clock as well. Getting a little close towards the end of the first break. Yeah, I kinda more or less changed my day, even in overtime. It's break, lunch. It's just the timing, it's just easier to get home at a certain time, and it's just easier to take the earlier break than the later one. So instead of break, lunch, break, it's break, lunch. So this is break 1. Break 2 would be next, because it's supposed to be crappy the whole day, and Friday will not be crappy. Nice jump. I'm glad you ignored the button. You gotta start doing that now. Kind of a requirement. Or we can aim down to where I wanted to aim. Alright, so yeah. This is going to be our last move, because time is running out on my move. In fact, place, so I don't fall through the world, sit in the boat, break's over, see you next one. We're back. Second break. Barely misting, but it's no good. Oh, that's a big tree. That's not going to help us. Okay, how about sword? Over here. And over here. One by one. And over here. Nope. The tree's blocking us that way. But that's okay, because now okay, we can go. I know I take my chances at times, but a lot of times when I do see it, I will. Okay, how about the stick? We'll stop and take it safely. Leap of faith. Sometimes those haven't gone well. And maybe, I'm not sure, one killed me? I don't remember. I've been doing this for when did I start? I remember started this on Java, but then it was a real pain to purge the world. And in that version, it would always render in your spawn chunks. I think 12 chunks surrounding where you spawn in. And the distance between that and where I was causing the computer to choke up. So not even 450,000, it became literally unplayable. Where you could walk, and then the game would pause for 2 or 3 seconds, then you could walk for a couple seconds, then pause for 2 or 3 seconds, rinse and repeat. At that point, it was no good. A couple of shows before that attempt ended, I would have to stop and restart because it would sputter and sputter crazily. Bedrock is much easier to work with. I mean, the worst thing that happens is sometimes I've taken it a little too far and some of the chunks within the 4-chunk simulation distance that I have it set up for would be corrupted. But other than that, that's about the worst that happens. I always have, every week when I make the show, I put a backup of this world on the computer. Actually, on a backup hard drive. No, it's on the computer, actually. So if something were to go wrong, I could go back to before purging the world and just take it another stint and try again later. As you know, something didn't go right in that world. And oh wow, while I'm looking, I didn't think I was going to hit that during this second break, but we're only a little more than 550 away from 7.9. How about some... Ooh, look at the junk we gotta get rid of. Alright, so, junk, pressing X, sleep. Suns get to touch the horizon, give or take. Sometimes slightly earlier, sometimes slightly later. In this case, slightly earlier. Alright, board. Alright, so can we get to 7.9 million without the ocean ending for us? That is close. It looks like there's a river between it, so it's possible then it died. And the river seems to be going entirely in the wrong direction. And it is. Oh, really? There we go. 7.9 million. And it's on land. A rarity. A major milestone on land. So we've done a couple things in this episode. You got past the less than million blocks to go in. I mean, less than 500,000 traversable blocks to go, and 7.9 million. Can I go this way? Yes, I can, and it looks like it goes into open ocean again. Look at the floaty block. And it goes winter, hopefully not full-blown. Although the rivers and lakes, that's okay. Not so much the oceans anymore. Was, if you saw the beginning of the episode, you would know that they thawed out the oceans where the icebergs live. No longer is that frozen, no longer free quick trips. Again, larger larger lakes. Small ones too. Small or large rivers. Those can still be frozen over, and those can help. So again, got to keep an eye on the clock. Of course, brakes. If it goes a little over, it goes a little over, but I try not to do that. Lunch, we definitely cut it a little short because at that point, because it's unpaid, I lose money if I go over. Granted, I could just stay that much more time past when I normally leave to make up for it, but traffic getting home gets exponentially worse. Literally by the minute. Let's see. All right, we got 2 ways to try. We're going to go with the closest. Oh, this ends. So, yeah, we'll go back over here, where it looked like it was more doable. Yeah, it looked more doable. Then I realized the canopy completely blocks me. A little bit better. Well, that was kind of bad. Go. Oh, that was a bad choice. Well, we had a way out, so. You see, when the trees are really close like that, we let the guy drop down. And that needless swing, I will say it's because I was trying to straighten the view out a little bit. So it wasn't random. Waste of time or... yeah, okay, waste of time. Although it looks like it's a fairly easy approach. I'll do the tree circumvention thing. Grab this just so I have a little extra. Granted, it's one, but one is a little. And just like that, we've made it over this part and stick ourselves here. Pick up trash. Okay, we can move. Good enough. Yeah, we can do this better, but still kind of crud. Alright, since we got garbage, let's just do this anyway. Move the player. Break. Surprised the one in front of me is the one that falls through. And of course that's the one place it had to. Land didn't exist. And I put myself in a bad spot again. Gotta keep an eye on the clock. And the sun's setting, and we're not gonna be going all that much further after we sleep, because break is getting towards the end, and a portal. Nothing. Go. Well, I ran over a... Okay, we need to move the player. Move the player. Alright. Actually, this would be a good spot. Alright, now we're not going to get too much further along. What we are going to do is, actually we can keep that and dump this, make torches out of the extra twig, and I don't know if we want to continue this way. Apparently not. No. But it did get us over. Hopefully enough. Yeah, it did. Move the player. I will take a little Dave Grohling for that. Alright, so what we're going to do, like I said, we weren't going to go very far. Because it's time once again to call it good. And see you a little later during lunch. Because I'm sure that's going to get rained out. If not, whenever next time is. And we're back. Washer dryer phase, as you can obviously hear. Alright, we got lucky there. So the question is, how far can we get past the 7,900 kilometer block before the end of this run? We had the bad weather, which helped. Oh, and yeah, lunch. There was a window of opportunity, and I was able to go out and exercise during lunch. So That one was spared. Not where I want to be. Okay, this isn't as good as I thought it was, but this will just get to the tree over here. Oh, we already made it to 64 blocks. My count was 63. Well, I was wrong. Yeah, we keep going up. Sometimes these go a little too far. Yeah, I guess that didn't work. And we can jump, and okay, there we go. Too far. Alright, so we can do this again. Alright, and up this tree we go. We're still a little... Alright. And over here... Ooh, nice jump. For real, that was a really nice jump. No sarcasm implied there. Keep the player going. It's like we make a milestone, then the game just says you've gone far enough. And just doesn't let us move. Not where I want to be. That's better. I think we more or less got through that little bit. Whoa! Oh, that could have been bad. Move the player. Move the player. Move the player. Why are we not moving the player? Teetering. Bad. Move over here, over. Make movement. We're not lacking swords, and we didn't want to jump either, so just randomness of whatever the game wanted to do at that point. Okay, how about jumping? That time I did press the jump button, and I'm not liking what I'm looking at. Although over here, maybe we have a way. We can move the player. Move the player. Because we're so far out, we can go through a one block wide bit right there. All right, I was hoping for something extensive, and this is all right. If it goes a little further, even better, but it doesn't look like it does. And waggle the boat, because we can't just do what we need to. So I've done a little experimenting for when we cross the 833, no, the 8,388,608. Yeah, there are definitely some ideas at work, and some I wasn't sure of, which seem to have also worked out. There's one thing I wish I could do successfully, but it's really, really hard, is trying to surround a bed with boats. Because it tries to find a block that's not obstructed, and that is kind of a problem. Alright, which way? This way. Move. Or how about eat the food? Nope, I want eat the food. Wow, the controls are so wonderful in this game. What am I trying to do? Break! I wanted to put one there. Okay, now this dump, it's probably going to go back in inventory. Oh, there's a village here. And why are we not responding to button presses? Keep going. Keep going. Move the player. The correct answer is move the player. Yeah. Okay. Alright, this is a use... Well, I don't know why I think I can do that. Nope. Asking for chest. And dump that again. Break. Jump. Well, we did. Good. How about move the player through the world? Yeah. Yeah, let's try this way. And we're not moving for some reason. Yeah, this is becoming a project. And move the player. How about move the player? Move the player. Move the player. Damn, this game really doesn't like to do anything. Nice jump. Glad the jump button didn't do anything. Alright, now we need to be... need a little bit more advancement there. A little more advancement here. Okay, I shouldn't have done that, but nothing happened. A nice jump. Why doesn't the jump button ever do anything? Brake. Brake. Okay, this is the safest way down. Move. Is this a... Well, as soon as I say something, go. Move the player. I was going to say, are we going to need the winter boots? The answer was yes. Actually, I think we could have jumped when the jump button was pressed. Of course, we know this game doesn't like doing that. Why are we down here? I don't like when it rains in this version. I mean, in a normal play, that's fine, but where movement is really dodgy out this way, it's just a lot. It's extremely difficult to avoid anything, and the game has more of a tendency to not want to move when you're pressing buttons, and it doesn't like doing anything. Okay, not the correct place. Move the player back one. There we go. Can we have something that's not mountains? That would be great. And to move the player. There we go. We're jumping. I like jumping when jump button's pressed. These stupid little things. Brake. Ooh, we actually landed in the slot we were aiming for, too. That's good. That helps. Move the player. Oh, yep, over here works. Nope, I didn't place. I was jumping. Have the right gear on, so jump. We could have jumped when the jump button was pressed. Neat little idea. Alright, I would have liked something that has 100% more travelability, and that's going to be a word now. Alright, so dump this, back to that. Yep, brake. Brake! I don't know, this is adding quite a bit to our Z offset, but if it gets us anywhere, that would be nice. Not to go this way and find out it's a trap, that it didn't really go anywhere. Yeah, this didn't help much. Of course, it puts us in the exact wrong position. This is not a position that helps. Brake. How are we on, okay, we can use some of this now. Brake, brake. How about break? Perhaps breaking means breaking. And that'll be close enough. Let's just see. 62, good enough. Don't need any more of that. Oh, I hate when it does that. How about jumping? Check again. 63. Nice jump. How about, instead of swinging swords, again, how about when I press the jump button, jump should happen. I pressed it twice there and it didn't work the first time. And I had it square on the button. I even looked. Nice jump. How about jumping? Plateau. That usually is okay. Did we pick up junk? 54. No, we didn't. Thought I heard a pop. You say I gotta keep the volume low so that you don't go deaf. But that comes at the cost of me hearing any of the game sounds. Or very few of them. Which is why when I'm getting attacked by skeletons, it seems like I'm getting attacked by nothing. I'd like to go more that way, but the terrain is 0% cooperative in that. But in the wrong direction, it is cooperating. Okay, we got a river. I don't like the way this looks. Okay. Alright, we are good on. We can move the player. How about no mountains? That would be good. We could use a way that doesn't have mountains. Although these fjords, they're a thing that helps too. I mean, that's okay, but I would like the mountains to disappear so we can make moving happen. Okay, let's, so is there a, oh, I do not like this, so, place, nope, not where I was placing it. I don't see a chest, so, yeah. Break. this way. Ooh, I don't like that it's dark here. We need to get out of here. Break. Okay, move the player. No, I want to jump. Boat move. There we go. Yeah, I'd like to do is move forward. That would be nice. Yep, jumping. Why did the jump button not do anything? Why did the jump button again do absolutely nothing? Really? Let's break this. Now jump! Good. Actually made a jump. Now we need to move over. There's a bed. Sleep the night. Extra twig, so make some torches there. Move the player. Okay, no, don't do that. Is there just a way we can get around and we don't have to deal with this? Nope, not what we want. We can do this. And then the jump button won't do anything. Oh, it actually did. Unexpected jump, but capitalized on it. movement. Okay, minor. Okay, move the player. Move the. Nice jump. Actually, it did do its job. It's just I'm not being allowed to move. All right, we got 2.5 drumsticks down, so that'll help. Or over here where I'm making the ditch. Break. Keep the player going. How about we jump when the button's pressed? New idea. Something you haven't done this entire game yet. Okay, move the player. Player moves. Player moves. This may be bad. That's not the direction we want to be moving in. Just get some more. Removing the player. Yeah, play, jump. I like jumping. Tight squeeze there, so keep going. Alright, can we have some cooperative terrain now? The rocky shore at the end is usually a good sign, and it is there. Now let's see if movement can be done. That sounds like the wash might be done. That sounds like the wash is done. So, with that being said, I know I want to be up. There we go. Alright, Alright, we're set up for dryer phase, so see you then, and hopefully we can make some movement. We're back. Interesting. I start the dryer and it starts with a big thump and a jolt. No idea why. I checked it, make sure that the belt that I replaced is still there. It's still spinning. I mean, I guess maybe everything was clumped together and it just slammed into the opposite side of the drum all at once. And it's my guess. Still running okay. So we got ocean. As boring as it is, it helps move that number higher faster. It'll be a problem if that's where the 8,388,608 is, as then we might have to move a long distance on the z-axis in either direction and get suitable land where we can get things ready to go. And no, I don't want mountains. This way. What about jump? Again, finger smack dab on the button. Alrighty, into the frozen tundra, more or less. Back when it used to be helpful. If there's rivers and lakes, those are still frozen over, and those do help. Alright, this will help a lot if we just simply were pressing the boat button. Not exactly where we want to go. Over here. The player. I said, this used to be okay, but now it's garbage. And why are we not moving the player? I mean, if it's going to be an ocean, be an ocean, not partially frozen here, partially frozen there. I think I see a village up there. I'm not going to waste my time to figure it out. I could be... Why are we not moving the player? No, how about up? Boarding. That was a help. Of course, it has to be a giant ravine. Jumping. Okay, that was not a village. Again, some of the terrain features, the way the peaks and everything happen, it looks like a village. This time I think there actually might be one. Just go a little further this way, and there is one. Useless. Oh, no, don't have to move. How about door? Actually, yeah, we didn't have to do that. Over on the Z-axis, we don't have to do that. I like that they're all bunched together. Oh, we found one of these that's useless. Move the player. this one already? No, we didn't. How are we doing? Could use 4 more. 1, 2. How about door? Useless building. It's hard to tell if these buildings are useful or not. They look alike. Yep, that's useless. And so this way. The player. Alright, that's a bit of a project to get to, so no. Nice jump. How about move the player? Player. There we go. I'd like to at least get to 79.20. That would be, that's actually not much of a stretch. Brake. Alright, that actually turned out pretty decent there. Brake. How about move? I stopped there because I wasn't sure there was a pit. Like there. I cannot go that way. Jump, jump. Go. All right, 79 10-kilometer block. We have the plains, so that usually is movable terrain. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to stop here. I'll move a little more. There we go. It's not the fastest way to swim. It's the old school method, but we can get up fairly easily. Of course, I always happen to time it so I'm at the bottom of the sinusoidal pattern, so I'm stuck there for an extra cycle. That was stupid. That wasn't because I saw the bottom. Move the player. Hey, a village. No, I don't know what's there. Plus we overshot the bottom end of things. See how many, we just need 2 more. Move the player. How many apples do I have? 11. We're still good. Alright, I saw the bump on the side. That means that house is pointless. This one does not have a bump on the side, which means it is useful. How about the chest? How about break? Alright, we're full now. You don't care about farmers? Although sometimes this bundles I'm gonna have to play with a little bit. Do we have a smithy? I thought I saw one. I did not. Okay, not here. Alright, we're good there. Nope, not ducking. Hey, we had a good run without hitting that button. I guess I had a pretty good run with terrain here. Place. Oops, see, good thing I did decide to go this way. Nope, over here. Place. I think that's the pressing the X. Oh, that was unexpected. The ability to board at that point. And we're going in a direction we don't care. And as usual, it puts me in the worst possible spots. Not where I want to be. Where place, break. Don't place. That would be wrong. Jumping. So this is the best way to get through this obstacle. Well, we did alright for a moment. How about over where I'm touching? Plateau. Jumping. How about moving the player? Nice jump. Move the player. Move the player. I don't know what that was. I don't care to know. We got by, and that's what matters. Move the player. Junk. Was okay. Alright, now we're going a little far in the other direction. It's okay if it means we're moving. Player. Come on. Should have landed in here. Let's see if we should just go across or we can actually move in the direction we need to move. Well, that looks like it was a stupid plan. Where I wanted to be. And we're pressing up. We're pressing up. Oh, it happens to be the jump button. No wonder it ignored it. course, we hit the edge of that block, so couldn't successfully jump there. Alright, let's try moving. Okay, there was no dip there, so we didn't need to jump there. How about stick? And a village, we see it. We move. Alright, it looks like the sun's setting, so we don't need any. Let's move the player. Move the player. Okay, this is junk. There's a smithy right there. So I'm going to do is I'm going to take that bed. Yeah, because we're full actually, so nothing of value there. I was going to sleep here, but let's move the player. We're going to move the player. Anything we can try. Alright, it's setting, so I'm going to put the phone down. You'll hear it hit the table. There we go. Humidity jumps to like 75-80% when I'm doing clothes drying because it doesn't vent outside. I'd like to have that happen, but that costs money. And what we refer to as house poor. It's either that or live in your car. That's pretty much how it is in Massachusetts. Yep, we can get the door. Drop. Alright. Move the player. How's Yeah, all our iron stuff is doing okay. If there was a pickaxe, that would have been great. And over this way. Nice jump. Dumb jump there. Itchy trigger finger. Yeah, I stopped because I couldn't see what was behind the bushes. But nope, I'm not doing that. I think we can go this way to avoid that whole area. And we see another village. This way. And see, I don't trust you. We could use a farmer. That is definitely a thing we can use. Here's one. Let's get there. Yeah, we don't need your bed. And that fills us up. Move the player. I don't see a Smithy. Okay, how about that? I don't see Smithy. I don't see the jump button doing what's supposed to be doing and all that other stuff. I see a river that I like. Yeah, that was... Yeah, that way has stuff there. This way has ocean. Another village. The player. And we got a smithy, but I'm looking over there just to be sure. Perfect. We don't need anything. We got all we need. We got all our food. We got all our beds. We can keep on going because we'll peek up to see that there's no nice jump. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But I did. Might be a way over to the ocean, unless it's just a little unfrozen patch. But it looked like there was a seriously. Yep, down. Let's reposition our view. One, you can see the horizon, and two, make sure that my view isn't skewed too much. So that leads to how sometimes the joystick position feeling weird, or it seems to be going off in an oddball direction. I found one of these biomes in my 50th birthday, and that's when it used to be that the ocean would freeze over completely. I found out it's really not as big as I thought it was. At least I know I can actually... Alright, we need land. That's land. That passes the grade. So there's this little chunk over here. If we can get to it at a speed. Oh, that's not land. But we need to move over. Turn. Alright, place. Yes, don't want to soft lock our progress. So I would wait till we can see land, or usable land. As I don't want to go too far only to find out that I can't, that I wind up drowning or starving to death trying to get somewhere. Go. Move. Alright, no. This way will be better. over here. Over here. I can't move the player. Alright, we grabbed the boat. That's good. What I wanted. Over here. Over here. Ice River, good. I just want to, nope, I want to just bob in. There we go. Much better control. Swimming, not always the best answer, especially around ice. Going. Alright, I thought I might have seen a village. Alright, over here. How about jumping? Over here, be a little better maybe. Yeah, not really, but we tried. Move the player, jump. Of course, we're not going in the direction we're asking. We're not going in any direction we're asking. There we go. Go backwards a little bit, but got us there. Go. Okay, how about some land? Over. Alright, on land. Jumping. Alright, we're just gonna put a bed here. By the time we do that, we can sleep. %of the way towards the next goal. Move the player. Move the player. That time we stopped because I wasn't sure if that was a pit or just a drop. Jumping. Okay, over here. Over here. Ooh, bad idea. Jumping. Alright, that was a polar bear. I'm surprised you haven't fallen through the world yet. Rabbits tend to do that at this distance. we're not moving. Well, we will in a moment. Nice jump. This was not a good idea to have stopped in place. Can we progress? For a minute I thought I saw a river, which meant progress. Of course we're in a tiny pop-up pressing. You cannot get me. Back in the ocean. 95% of the way through the next 10,000 to get to the at least 79 20 kilometer block. Oh, yeah, I didn't pay attention, but we made it to 7920. We get 25% of the way through, then we'll check towards the 7930, and we'll see where we stand with the dryer, how much longer we got. I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. Although this looks like the best avenue. Ooh, and it landed on a half block increment, which was good. Usually it doesn't work, even though it's supposed to. Everything's supposed to land on half block increments in this game. And like I said, it doesn't always do that. And when it doesn't out this far, it means everything falls through the world. The player. this may be a good or a bad thing. Place. Oh, I do not like that. No, I don't want to jump there. I see an exit. Okay, we need to move the player. No, I don't want to duck. I want to be moving. Especially where it's dark. We need to be moving. Moving. Wow, I thought I saw an exit. Apparently I didn't. We're jumping now. Player. Not ducking, move the player. Over here. Place. Let's put a red bit in our hand this time. Move the player. Move the player. Break. Oh, I didn't place. grab this because we can. And I noticed it's not just, once again, it's not just Android. Windows 10 even is breaking the blocks I'm not pointing at. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a way around. Jumping? No, I'm not whacking at things. Wasn't aiming at the left. Like I said, I noticed Windows 10 does the same thing. Not as often, but it does happen. Pressing. Well, I would really like to not be in this biome. Hit here. I wish there were a way out of this biome. I do not like it. Move the player. Made the jump. Didn't jump that time. Oh, that was bad. That's even worse. And that's even worse. Great. I don't have a way. There isn't a way. Not what we needed. How did I die? I know it was going to happen. The player. Pressing buttons. Probably should react to that. Move the player. Move the player. Move the player. Why are we not moving the player? Move the player. The player. Do something correct. Well, it would have been nice if something went the correct way, but that was too much to ask. Chest, boat, chest, boat. Why do we have two? How about chest, boat? Too far. Nope, don't want. How about grab? I'd like to not be in this biome. 100% better answer is not this biome. Move the player, move the player, move the player. We didn't jump, we should be moving the player. No moving the player. I'd like to move the player. I'd like to move the player. Not the place. Move the player. See the zombie. Don't want the zombie. Need to be moving the player. Come on. Alright, there's too much junk. Break. Alright, I need to reorganize. This needs to be here. This needs to be there. We don't have a way. We are in a bad spot. So we're going to have to just stop the video and wait for daybreak. Actually, it would just be smarter to keep moving. It's dark. I just want exit from this biome. That would be the best thing that could happen. So, alright, we're continuing our way through. Gonna blast through our wooden pickaxe. Nice jump. You should probably try the jump button next time. Actually, we can put that there, and that can go there. Put that there so nothing could spawn from behind us and get us by surprise. That can go there, that can go there. Okay, this, no, we need control. I didn't want to do that. Thanks for jumping. Glad the jump button did absolutely nothing again, because I really don't want to jump. Can we actually do the job you're given? Oh yeah, we're not going to be able to move, because need that. And we're trying to climb up every time we make a section, so that we will make our way out of the mountain. How about jumping? I like the answer of jumping. Of course, this game sure don't like it. That seems to be too difficult a thing for it to do. Now we need, alright, we gotta break these two. Now we need jump to happen. Ready? Jump. Of course it doesn't do it. That would be wrong. Alright, I heard the sound of this stuff. Alright, bad move. Break. Pressing. It's starting to become daylight, so Ready? Jump. Of course it doesn't jump. Again, that would be wrong if it were to do that. I'd like to get over. I see it. I see a way. Move. What I don't like is how far down it is. Over here. Move the player. I don't like how far down we gotta go. That's gonna hurt. And I don't have a way to recover. We're jumping. We're jumping. I didn't press swing swords. I pressed jumping. Might mean jumping. Alright, I'm not seeing anything here, so we're moving. We're moving. Not jumping, which is problematic. Thought we got rid of this. No, I don't want here. I want move the player. How about we go up here and we move the player? How about we move the player? New thing you can try. Move the player. Out of the danger zone. A pig, I'd like to get there. I'd like to move the player. Need the ability to move the player. I'd like sheep or a village. Either one. There's two very good answers to the problem. That's all we need. 3 sheep with identical color wool or a village. Those are correct answers. Of course, this is in the way because that would be wrong if it weren't. I'd love some animals here. Probably because we need them. That's why it's not going to make it happen. I would just like something to go correctly now. This is very old. Also very boring. How about some sheep? How about a village? Could use those. Want, but it's something. How about some sheep? How about a village? Can you do something correct? Player moves to the left one. There we go. What? Move. Move. How about a sheep? How about a village? I need a sheep or a village. Are we safe? You know, we could use are some sheep or a village. Can we boat to some place? Place. We're gonna have to be willing to go way off the grid here. We need a village. We need sheep. We need something. We need it to happen. We need it to happen now. This is not acceptable. There's a sheep, but I can't get to it. Turn. Move. Move. We want that there. We're moving the player. Okay, that can't be there. We'll put it, no, that can't be there. We can put it where it is now. Nope. Let's straighten the boat out. Our view is crooked. We need sheep. That's just one. We need more than one sheep. We got a pig up there. How about we turn? How about we turn? That is not the correct place. How about some sheep? We need some sheep. How about we jump when we press the jump button? Wow, I would like something to go the correct way. Why are we not, right here. I'm pressing that. We need a sheep. We can turn the boat. That is not going in the correct direction. What does this do? We need things to go in the correct direction. That is a minimum requirement. We need a sheep. We need sheep. We need village. We need one of those. Those are things that have to happen. There is nothing here. We need sheep. We need a village. Let's just make it happen. Let's just make this simple thing happen. It's getting dark again. This is not acceptable. Over here. Move the player. Move the player. Do something new. Move the player. Come on, move the player. Very basic thing. We can try it now. This needs to be broken. Yep. Break. Place. And yet again, we're stuck. So, this time we are stuck. So, until it's time to move again, we're in here now. That's 10 minutes. I don't know why I made that broken hole there, because I don't need it. Mountains, perfect. How about terrain that we can use? How about villages? And I like villages. No, we're going to move this way. We're going to not swim now. No, we need to be moving. Player moves. Yeah, that was too good to be true. But we have a gold block, but we can't break it. You know, it'd be nice. A sheep. Villages. I'd like some of that to happen now. Can anything good happen now? Can we do that? That would be nice. How about jumping? Yeah, we're not going to move. We're going to have to do that. No, I need to be moving. We're not moving the player. Now we have an icy mountain that we don't want. How about over here? You know, it'd be nice. I'd like to see some sheep or a village. Very simple things that should just appear. It shouldn't be an issue. I'm not seeing any. Why isn't there any showing? Okay, why are my hands so sweaty? No, why did we stop? Oh, look, and 2 sheep. Good. Good, we got 3 wool. So we can do this. No, I did not ask for that. Now do the correct answer. Bed. Oh, bed goes over here. Torches, those go over here. This boat, I don't know why. And suddenly things shifted. Well, we have a bed, so we can make progress happen. What would be nicer? More sheep and a village. Of course that happened. We don't need that. That is not the correct answer. We're moving the player now. We're moving the player now. We're moving the player. Try it. We're moving the player. More sheep. Good. No, I did not place. I want to move. Sheep. Move the player. 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 Why are we not moving the player? You are not ducking. You are moving. Move the player. Move the player. Alright, we can actually set down a bed this time. Move the player. No, I did not place. Break. Do something correct. Wow, I'd like something to go correctly. Wonder what that would be like. Nope, don't want that. Oh, jungle, even worse. But, no, okay. We're gonna have to break. No, I want to jump. Jump time. So we can get some halfway. Okay, move the player. Decent food. What would be nice is to have terrain that cooperates. How about movement? How about movement? How about movement? Now I am really just taking it ever so slightly slower than usual. I don't remember jumping there. Yet we can move the player now. Move the player. Can we cooperate? Can we do new things? Move the player. How about over here? Move the player. Ooh, water. Is that a village? Yes, it's a village. We could use that. See how easy things can go? Over here. Moving the player. Move the player. Move the player. Do the basic thing. Move the player. Move the player. Move the player. Move the player. Wow, it seems like I'm a broken record here. Keep repeating the same thing. As this game keeps repeating the same broken thing. It won't move the player when it needs to move the player. Very simple thing that has to happen. We skipped the pig because we got a village, which I'm sure is somehow a project to get to. No, it isn't. Good. Anyway, might just end it here just to play it safe. And we only have... Alright, let's just go over here and junk stuff. Alright, you can go there, you can junk, 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 junk. Okay. Good enough. Alright, now we need a building that's useful, and that is one right there. Move the player. Move the player. Do a thing correct. Alright, this is as far as we're getting today, and I think this is a good spot to just end, because the dryers... No, I want the food. The game does not do anything right. Anyway, we'll just call it here. Bare minimum, of course, because, yep, that's what you wanted. Screw you if you want more. 7,922,019. Might be sleeping this one off camera. I'll just... Nope. This is George F551 saying, well, we're going to start it with awake here. Alright, we're awake. 7,922,019. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.